Okay, hello Kobby, hello Bruce. I'm Roman.
What's up, Roman?
Yeah, what's up? What do you think about Russian surfing and about Russian big wave surfing? Like we have one guy, the name Kar. Last year he take it big wave, huge wave from Nazare and dolphin with him.
Kar has been my friend for like 10 years. Yeah, he used to date a girl, Natasha, who was a friend of ours, and we lived in the same place. And he told me he was going to start big wave surfing. I kind of laughed, and like, oh yeah, good for you, like thinking nothing. And then like 4 years later, he was at Nazare, like surfing huge waves, like really the biggest wave in the world, maybe. Yeah. What do you think, Bruce?
Yeah, I don't.
Did you surf Nazare?
No, I did not, and I really don't have any desire really to.
Yeah, it's pretty like it's a scary, like
Cold, big sandbar, like phew, that's a
sand is scary. Yeah. Bruce goes to a
recipe
place
for destruction.
Bruce, tell him about where you go to in Mexico with all the sand bottom.
Yeah, I just go to this place in Mexico. It's it's like kind of like Porto, but different. But the sandbars and big waves, it's way crazier than I think reef. Just because the sand is moving and it's just it's just always moving.
You never know where
you never
the
know.
wave
Yeah,
up,
and like the
like
rip currents and the
Bam.
holes in the sand, like they keep moving, and it's really scary. Like what I mean, like. Oof.
So many people die in this place. I know.
Yeah.
And Russian people, they have like a very, my wife's from Ukraine, and I mean, it's not the same place, but Russian people have a strong
presence,
and they're strong, and they want to do stuff, So when you hear that Russians want to surf big waves, it's crazy.
I don't really know
No,
much.
we hope so for like we see more big Russian wave surfers, but right now we have not too much, and we have not too much people who have a nice style. But we're growing up a little bit, and
But you guys got big balls, yeah,
yeah,
But
some
like
people.
there is, I know my friend Gene, I know a couple of Russians, and every year I'm seeing more Russians in the water. Every year. So I mean, with every country, we all start not very good. Every one of us. Bruce started not good. I started not good. You started not good. But everyone gets better as the years go. So
Mind over matter,
same with
determination.
Russians, they'll get better. Yeah.
Just do it and
do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Mind over matter, and just
Remember, everyone starts. Not female to surf.
yeah.
No one can surf.
that's that's
As the years go on,
Yeah,
you get better.
Try to say беспощадный русский серфинг.
passion Ruski surfing. I like
Say it again.
Беспощадный.
Bespashadny.
Despachanti.
Беспощадный.
Bespachanti.
Беспощадный.
Bespashadny.
Русский
Ruski
серфинг.
surfing.
Bespushani Ruski surfing.
Bushpushanti Russian surfing. Drink Russian vodka.
Yeah.
Respect.
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 Yeah.
Russian. But yeah, I mean, it's good to see all you guys surfing.
Thank you very much.
I think Russia's such a hard place. Like so much going on in Russia. So strong, and to get surfing into a country like that, it makes people happy. Everyone's happy. So it's good to see all the Russians here in the water in Bali. They're always happy. They're always surfing because they just love being in the water. They don't come from that. So we grew up on the beach. Yeah, we expect it.
Yeah.
So when I see like Russians in the water, they're always just happy to be
Appreciate
out there.
it.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm in the surf.
Yeah, water, clean
Yeah,
water,
yeah,
ocean,
yeah,
yeah, salty.
Yeah, they just love the surf. Where to people like us,
We're kind of jaded sometimes.
we forget how beautiful it is. So it's good to see that
Yeah.
vibe back in the water too, and they bring the good vibe.
Yeah. It makes us appreciate what's what the things we overlooked just growing up in it.
Yeah, like coming from places with ocean like us, we don't respect it as much or love it as much as we once did.
Take it for granted
Yeah,
of
we
how
take it for
good
granted.
we got it growing up. You know what I mean? Being at the ocean, it's we're all it's kind of spoiled if you think about it.
Yeah.
How to growing up in Australia, big wave surfing, how people they want to take it, big Australian wave. You get it something from Australia, big waves, huge one. What's the name?
Have I ever surfed big waves in Australia? Shit, I don't know. Not
We
really.
surf Western Australia.
Yeah, but not like
Not huge waves.
huge. You know what I mean? Like
Australia doesn't have really huge waves like Hawaii, where Bruce is from, and all these places they have huge waves, but Australia has barrels,
that's really
barrels.
good waves.
like
Yeah.
10 to 12 foot perfect,
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
barrels.
Yeah.
Where Hawaii has that, but also really tall, huge waves. So
What about me? I like it barrel surfing. I don't like super huge wave, but I like a style surfing, like a barrel and technique. It's
Yeah.
my style. You
Yeah.
know, I don't
Yeah.
want to go Nazaria.
Yeah,
that's the same as us.
That's the same as us. You know, what I mean, like
I think this is so different sport. Yes, like a big wave surfing and surfing, like
Yeah, it totally is. It's a different
it's
different
like
people.
sport. Like me and Bruce have always like been the same sort of person as we want to go and find big tubes,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
boring. you know?
Because you
Yeah.
feel like underground,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
metro.
Yeah.
Tunnel.
I mean, like,
like a metro, but
Yeah.
with
we
water.
still want to.
Yeah.
We still want to like be able to like.
yeah,
You know, what I
I
mean,
think all surfers before they wanna start to drive in metro driver,
Yeah.
they
I just
wanna
wanna
be
go
metro
straight- I just want to
driver,
go straight Formula One.
yeah,
like a train. Yes, sure.
yeah. Bruce went from small waves to Formula One, fast, real
quick.
Yeah, but
So many kilometers.
I think it is like tubes are a different style of surfing, you know? And to me, instead of surfing a 50-foot wave, I'd rather surf a 20-foot barrel.
Wow.
You know,
Style.
like a perfect big
Wow.
barrel, right?
Wow.
Like Tahiti and
Yeah,
Fiji.
yeah. Me
20
too.
foot
You
barrel.
look at some of the waves. It'd be good to like get some footage and put over of Bruce at Tahiti when we were there.
I see one video
Yeah.
where you in Tahiti maybe bruised
Yeah.
by
Yeah. I
Jet
make it.
ski.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that. Those waves are the waves. Not so much that day, but like those sort of waves. You
Yeah.
know, big but barrels. It's the best time of surfing for me.
You like it,
Yeah.
Jacopo?
Yeah.
You
love it,
can't
yeah.
really like on a 50-foot wave. It's. I don't think I've seen much people paddle into 50-foot waves and get. I don't think it's physically really possible to paddle into a 50-foot wave and get a deep barrel. You know, shit, it probably is, but I have not seen it yet properly. You know, but at least like on the 15, 20-footers, you can actually.
Yeah.
You can get.
That's
deeper.
another thing like good for Russians to know, like surfers, big wave surfers, is they ride on those big waves. They ride 12-foot boards and 10. If like Bruce and his brother started this thing like where everyone's riding smaller boards, so when the waves are like 20 feet, they can ride like a 6'8" board, or you know what I mean, at 6'6", maybe not 20 feet, but 10 feet, 6-foot board, and because it's really hard to ride a big wave, but when you got a smaller board,
Yeah, once you get in,
can
the
surf
hardest
the
part is
wave.
getting out. You can surf it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like guys with toe boards, how small they were getting back. You know,
Yeah.
when they were doing that shit.
I'm used 5'10". Today the same. 9 foot. Doesn't matter how much foot I use 5'10".
That's like-
Exactly. Same.
that's like me and Bruce. We have like 6 or 10 boards, and they're all 6 foot.
yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know? And then you have bigger boards for when it's crazy big. But in this country, in Indonesia, I don't think you need bigger than a 6-foot board. 6'6" maybe.
Yeah.
Biggest.
6'6", yeah.
At the biggest.
The biggest.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever ridden a 6'6" here. Maybe.
I'm dreaming by one board 8'4" maybe for Big
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that's a good size.
because this is like a super fat wave, but sometimes super good barrel.
Yeah. So what you can do is the way you make it smaller is you can make the board more narrow, but more thicker. Yeah. So you don't even need to get an 8'4". You could get like a 7'6".
7'6",
just
but
thick, wide, it's thicker up by your
Yeah.
chest. So
Yeah.
but
It's
like,
easy to
hold
get
it.
with.
Yeah, easy to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And bring the board in, make it a smaller board, but
Just
it
so
will
you can,
turn
just
better.
so you can get into the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Bruce is saying, all you got to do is get into waves. Yeah.
And
But
that's
if
the-
your heart's there, it's kind
Yeah.
of easy.
And people in surfing is the most difficult thing in surfing is paddling and balancing on your board. Because if you can't do that properly, you can't catch waves. If you can't catch waves, you're not gonna get better.
what we say to Russian people, we want to say if you start your surfing, they take a big board.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you learn how to surf, don't look at
not
like
professional
you know what I mean, like you're like fuck, you know, what I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
guys'
you wanna
mindsets are
surf.
like, hey, that guy's riding that, I'm riding that.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to, you gotta crawl before you walk.
Yeah.
You know,
The bigger board, like for a beginner surfer,
just learn to balance the
they
fundamentals.
should get
you know
like
what I
an
mean?
8-foot big thick board, even a soft board. is the
Swim in a
best
pool,
one,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Learn just to properly balance yourself on the surfboard because
So
if
you know when
cannot
you're
do
laying-
that properly,
Like what? Say it like so. When you're laying like in a pool, get your board in the pool and just lay on the board and feel where
and
your
you
chest
go and
is.
you start float. You know, what I mean, you want a balancing plane in the because
You
if
want-
you can't properly do that, how are you going to catch a wave?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
You
want
know what I mean?
like
So you're gonna miss a lot of
the
waves.
middle of your chest in the middle of the board.
That's
like
something that people
directly
they
in the
don't
middle.
ever you know
Yeah.
they overlook.
Yeah.
the number one thing
Paddling.
when you're learning how to surf, the number one thing you overlook is balancing on your board properly. Because if you can't balance, it's like a boat. It gets up on a plane. You know what I mean? Like that's the same fundamentals when you're paddling a surfboard. You want to get up on a plane and get it going. And then everyone's arms are different. But
Nice. I think enough.
All right. Hey, we look forward to
Thank
seeing
you,
more
brothers.
Russians in the
Very
water, yeah?
cool.
more.
Ruski.
Yes,
Русский,
Ruski.
по-русски.
Girls too.
По-австралийски right now, me.
Yeah, look.
Hey, Russian girls too. We want to see you in the water too.
Yeah, Bruce like it.
Yeah, I do actually.
Bruce really likes it.
Yeah.